Good morning, evening, or afternoon, everybody. Today we have a pretty sad video to talk about, and it's kind of where Classic is at, where it's headed, and just the population is not looking good at all right now. And this isn't just across MOP, this is across all versions of Classic, as well as we are seeing a lot of the creators for Classic just simply be done, give up, go try like Fellowship, OSRS, and so many other games, and it really makes you kind of sad if you enjoy Classic WoW and you're someone in here. So anyway, without further ado, let's dive into the numbers, and I'll see you then. Voop. So here is the Mr. Pandaria tree. Now, I've been busy with Legion Remix myself, so we haven't covered these most recent 2 weeks, but we had our all-time high of rating with the Mega Server merger, and then we had a week where it fell almost 25 or like 27,000, and then it fell an additional 10,000 raiders, just specific raiders. So a lot of people did point out that there could have been issues with the logs. So like people uploaded their logs on their original server for their original raid, and they uploaded them on the new server for their raid. So a lot of people might have double dipped and counted as two, just so they had logs on the new server so people could look up their characters. Because if you search up Cag Pow, you'll get Cag Pow Faralina for most of my raids, and then now you'll get Cag Pow Nazgrim. So people were proactive and took that step, and that's how Ironforge Pro gets these numbers. They count raiders. And so I just wanted to be clear to explain that. So that could have caused that. I mean, if we look from before the Mega Server merger, we were at 155k, we went to 148k, and then 137k. So just a little decline, just a steady bleed off of people leaving, and that just sucks. Then Mr. Pandaria PvP population, same thing. It has just gone down, down, down. Even with the Mega merger, it is dropped. And that brings us to here on the total chart for you guys to see. So this is the week I was talking about, nearly an all-time high. It was an all-time rating high for sure. And then we drop down here because we lost both PvP and PvE. So we dropped from almost 200k to 163,000, which is almost a 40,000 player drop off, which actually sucks a lot to see. And then we continued it down to 150k. And I want you to hold on to this 150k number, and we'll come back to this chart later and talk about the total numbers, because it is pretty freaking alarming. Next, we have the era population, which is actually at a pretty it's actually going up. I think two things are the reason for this. Is one, era and anniversary are both on the next patch now. So like anniversary, there's nothing new, there's nothing fresh of anniversary. These are essentially the same two, and there are a lot of people there that want GDKPs and prefer that way of rating, so this kind of appeals to them with the classic era. But once again, it's at 11,237. It's not that big or crazy. It's just it's gone up from where it's been in the past. Once again, I don't understand playing there forever, being stuck there with 6 years now is essentially where they're at. But you know, to each their own. Everyone can play WoW how they want. I think it's impressive every week that we talk about it. Then we have SOD, and guys, SOD is on the comeback. If you look here, we were at 2,682 players, and now we're at 2,703. This marks one of the first weeks that it's gone up. So essentially, one other team decided to do Scarlet Enclave, and you know, that's pretty cool. Obviously, completely being facetious. To me, unfortunately, SOD is dead. I tried my hardest from right here at this point all the way till about here, I think was my last week. Or no, I rated this week. I rated at this point. So I went from 12k to 12, or went from 20k to 12k, up and down the entire time. That's when we founded the SOD Saviors. I obviously played and created for here, but I didn't have my guild then. But yeah, SOD will always have a special place in my heart personally, and hopefully sacrificing it for whatever's next was worth it. Then we have Anniversary. So this, I think, is actually the most surprising chart. One, obviously, since BWL and its peak of 103,000 people, it has been straight, steady decline. A few weeks have been outliers where it's gone up a little bit, but for the most part, it has gone straight down at a slight decrease. Nothing crazy. And we see it at 74,000. Now, what is really shocking to me is that, like, it held that through AQ. Like, this made sense for AQ numbers, but we got Nax out, and it went down. Like, I think this is the day Nax came out, or maybe this week. Or, sorry, this is the Nax week right here. It is right here. It came out on October 7th, I think. Or sorry, 2nd. So this was the Nax week, and this was the follow-up. And, you know, a new raid should be hype, and people should play it, and you should see more raiders. And it's just surprising that we didn't see any. And that's what is truly alarming to me. At least that's what makes me be like, oh, wow, that's it's not looking too good. But what I want to harp on is if we take the 74K, we take the 3K, we take the 11K here, that gives us 90,000, and then we take 90,000 plus 150K from Classic Era, and we are sitting at 240K. The last time this was at 240K, we have to go back to December 1st, 2019 for a steady, like, for the steady current rating population total to be 240K. We have to go back to the opening months of original Classic WoW, where we had 20 years without it. And that to me is quite shocking. Like, we don't hit this number anytime other than Cataclysm. And with Cata, we at least had SOD numbers added into it for the most part to boost it up, as well as Anniversary. So that's where I derive that from, and that's where it's really shocking. Because, like, here in Wrath of the Lich King, this was Season of Discovery. Like, Season of Discovery was in full swing at this point. This is where the majority of the population went to. Cata popped off, and they had more people with Cata, and then we get to Cata. When Cata dies down, we're back with SOD rating of around 100K, and then so you're adding 100K to this on top of the Era Anniversary people. It just seems like we've lost 100,000 to 200,000 players since Moth and Anniversary have been and since SOD died. So it really, really bugs me for a few reasons, because one, I love Classic WoW. I want Classic WoW to succeed, and it's quite alarming to lose so many people, as well as seeing so many creators move on from it, right? A lot of creators such as, you know, like Savix, and a lot of those, Sardaku, those people all left at the beginning of MOP to go to OSRS, but we're seeing even some of the most loyal creators that have stuck with it the entire time start to leave, such as Amphi. Like, Amphi's been a key Classic WoW player for a very long time, and now he's even leaving. So it just really, really sucks, and he gave a full statement, and most of you have probably seen it, but it just really sucks to see so many people that love Classic WoW just be like, what the heck's going on? And then Blizzard's silence about the future. Like, we don't know. Like, the only thing that is certain is TBC. We know that Anniversary will progress to TBC. We don't know any specific details. We don't know if we're getting fresh servers. We don't know if the boost is going to be there. We don't know if MOP is going to WOD. We don't know what is coming next. We just, you know, we get vague letters from Agrid, which do give hope. They inspire me. I believe in it. But we're getting to the point where people are just fed up and they're just done. And it really, really sucks to see Classic WoW, a game that I've poured so much time and effort into and created for these past 5 years, start to dwindle off and die, when we could very easily just tell us a plan, give us a roadmap, give us hope, say this is coming at this point, you know? Like, the solutions are very easy, and I know that they have the dates, they have plans, but we're just slowly bleeding out and dying, and it just really, really sucks. But anyway, guys, I truly hope you enjoyed this video, and if there's anything you'd like to add, definitely drop it down below. But until next time, I'll see you later. Hope you have a great day. Bye-bye. Hey, you. Yes, you. Are you still there? Well, I appreciate you for taking the time to watch this entire video and making it to the end here. If you enjoyed this video, definitely check out the other videos about World of Warcraft listed in these playlists down below. And thank you again. Have a great day. Bye-bye.